1:33 p.m.
Ooh, 1:33. Lemon water. I'm telling you, don't overlook lemon water and the power of a little bit of lemon to get you drinking more water every day. And don't underestimate the power of a mustache on your glass. Do with that what you will. I love singing little dumb melodies and then learning what it was that I sang, because I always learn something different about phrasing and articulation, even when the melody seems really simple, or especially when it does, because the way that a human voice articulates things is very human. It's compelling and different, and that's where I think sometimes I, as many of us, will get stuck in the trap of thinking like, oh, I look at that dot, I put my finger there, and I play it. Therefore, I've played that note. And there's so much you can do with how you approach that note and slide into it and bend into it. And repetition is something that I think we sometimes forget about, because often when we're practicing a scale, we go next note, next note, next note, next note. And just noticing that any melody worth its salt has a lot of repetition in it, like, and just whatever it might be, it has a sort of conversational quality because of those repeated notes, because words have a lot of syllables, and a lot of times you want to stay on one melodic idea for a word in a lyric, and you break it up, into the syllables, and it stays on the same note. So let's build something that has a simple, hummable melody using the microphone, and then try to learn how to play it, like teach the guitar player by using voice first. So let's do a minor kind of thing. Let's do B minor. Before I go off and I don't want to let myself noodle too much. I'm excited to jam over it, but I'm going to say, hey, guitar player, take a breather. Let's let the scat singing vocalist get in here. Hey, everybody, how we doing? And so I have this microphone turned on all the time, but it's turned down way down low. So I just sort of get in here and hum some like random off the top of my head thoughts musically. And you get to enjoy it too. Let's have some coffee and sing some random nonsense. Try to take it piece by piece, and then I'll mute that original vocal and it'll just be guitar. So let's see if that was close. And then that last part. Let's see if I can learn that. And some of those like slides and approaches, like they don't all land perfectly simply on the guitar, which I like, because they force me to kind of break my usual literal patterns of how I would stay in one box. Like I might have to stay on one string and do like a longer slide, which at first would be weird, but if I learn how to just start it and end that lick, it's going to create something that is unexpected in a good way, I think, on the ear. Let's see. Like that. I missed it. So to get that kind of, I think I want to stay on one string rather than breaking, because if I break it up across strings, it'll just sound a little more staccato. So that was kind of nice, doing the approach from above. So already I'm kind of morphing it and guitarifying it, but I'm trying to keep that vocal quality. Now I want to try to nail that last little lick. So it does a nice, like, kind of starting on this low note. And so is there another way that I can get there? Maybe not, but from right there, actually. So that has me playing in this interesting shape where I'm kind of in a home sort of scale pattern that I like, and then it's the melody, the way it's played, is asking me to make a departure, and I'm kind of learning a new move, and essentially not analyzing it, but like, oh, now I'm in position 3, and now I'm in position 4, but being more like, well, the melody says we got to make a pretty drastic move here. Like down here. Back to where I started, which is a cool way that this singer guy has looped me around. And another thing that I'm hearing are there are these interesting pickup notes that are kind of low. And that's kind of a very vocal quality, that little sort of pickup note, or at least the way that I sing with my coffee voice, that I'd like to incorporate more because it adds a little something to it. So I'm going to play along with it one more time, and then I'm going to mute it. And then we'll just have something. Myself more license to like make happy accidents, but the last thing I try to do to honor that melody is play it in 2 different spots, and it creates this kind of interesting, sometimes really cool payoff where I'll try to play it low in 1 octave, then learn it in another octave, so I just map out more of the fretboard, so it's like very nutritious, you know, in terms of getting better. So it's like find that like up here. Now can I do those back to back? You see what I mean? Here we go. I'll let it go around one time. All right, here we go. Hey you. That's pretty dope, and it's fun to do, and it came sort of out of thin air. I didn't have to work really hard to invent that. I just had to stick with it a little bit longer to learn it, because like that little lick was a little bit frustrating. There were bits in there I was like, I don't know if I can play it here and there, and it made the guitar player in me a little bit cranky, which was kind of fun, because then I had to learn what the singer was telling him to do, and then once I had that and then I move it to another octave, creates this cool little like payoff, and now I can mute that and give myself some license to then just improvise with this new kind of melody as a thing to play off of. So there